fit and fired up.
It starts becoming how hard can you mentally push yourself to do it.
Firefighters from as far away as Kuwait traveled to Irving for an intense competition. See the test of strength, endurance, and determination. Honoring veterans.
We are here to celebrate and lift up the service of our men and women who have served in our armed forces.
See Irving's annual program recognizing men and women who have served our country. Texas, trees, and teaching.
I didn't know it was such an intensive process. I'm out of breath because it's so involved.
Irving plays a role in a statewide Arbor Day celebration. Meet some of the students learning important lessons. Plus progress at a new dart station. A company donates more tablets to local schools, and people across Irving star in a music video. Now on City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. We begin today with election results. Irving Mayor Rick Stopfer will continue as mayor after earning about 54% of the vote, and we'll hear from him in a moment. In City Council single-member District Place 5, the incumbent, Oscar Ward, was unopposed. In single-member District Place 3, there will be a runoff between the top two candidates because no one in the three-way race achieved more than 50% of the vote. The runoff will be between Mark Zeski and Muhammad Akbar. The runoff election will be on Tuesday, December 8th. Early voting is November 23rd through 25th. And then, following a Thanksgiving break, early voting continues November 28th through December 4th. For locations, visit dallascountyvotes.org. You also want to check the schedule of times because they do vary by date. The City Secretary's office can answer election questions. That number is 972-721-2493. You heard me mention it a moment ago. The Irving voters have spoken, and the incumbent mayor, Rick Stopfer, will serve another term. He joins me now. Mayor, there is a lot to talk about, so thanks for being here.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here and share some time with you all and talk about the election and other things that are going on in the city of Irving.
Of course, looking forward to it. And what are you looking forward to in these coming years as mayor?
Well, I think that we've got so much opportunity right now to continue to do the things that we have been doing with our infrastructure improvement, working with our businesses, working with our residents and our nonprofits. We're a hard team not to be in the mix when it comes to competing for the businesses and competing for people to live in our community and work in our community.
And amid all of the accomplishments, you are also in office at the time of one of the biggest challenges facing our entire country, and that is COVID-19. What are your concerns as you see this current rise in cases and hospitalizations?
Well, there's always the challenges that we face in a pandemic like this, and one of those is the ups and downs that we're going to see. And right now, with the things that have gone on with Halloween and Thanksgiving coming and Christmas coming, New Year's, people getting together, more and more there's going to be more interaction with each other and the potential for the spread. One of the challenges is there are more people doing testing right now. So in doing that testing, there's more results. So you see a higher number. What we really want to make sure of is that the occupancies within our hospitals are not exceeding the numbers that we feel comfortable with.
I know you have regular meetings with area mayors as well as the county judge. Is there any discussion of new restrictions?
There's always the concern of the basics, wearing the mask, social distancing, washing your hands, and we're going to probably see potentially some limiting of the number of groups of the people that get together. You know, I don't think that we're going to be seeing the closing down or the reduction in the amount of people in facilities, but I do think that there's going to be the caution of let's try to prevent any more of this spread from going on.
And let's go further inside those conversations. How do you balance the need to keep the economy moving while also working to keep people safe?
Well, I think that's what everybody's trying to figure out is how do we get that mix. I most recently visited with some of the CEOs across the Metroplex to talk about their concerns of bringing people back to work. And what they're seeing is they're seeing about a 30% reduction in productivity by not having people there. So it's kind of contrary to what we're hearing, that people want to stay home and they want to work from home. And the businesses are actually seeing a reduction in productivity. So they're very focused on how they can bring some of their people back to work safely And I think that's going to be the challenge as we move into the next year or two even, is how that we see these businesses redoing their office space or redoing their meeting space so that they have the distancing and that they feel comfortable with having their people back on in the office working. Restaurants, we're very concerned about our businesses. The businesses bring people into the community. Those people supply our restaurants and our hotels, and we need to make sure that our restaurants and our hotels can get back in action and be productive, and we can bring those people back to work.
Let's shift the topic now to transportation. There is a lot going on, and we've spoken to you in recent weeks about the Signature Bridge and the Irving Interchange, but we have not gotten an update from you on another big project, and that's the Hidden Ridge DART Station. So fill us in.
Well, that's another exciting opportunity we have to finish the Verizon site, which is actually the Mr. Carpenter's old ranch. And one of the things we wanted to make sure that happened is we developed that area out, that it's a true TOD and that there is a transit stop on that facility. So we've been working diligently with DART to make sure that that happens. We're projecting that it'll be open the first part of the year. So those employees at Pioneer, which is one of the first buildings out of the ground, will actually be able to start utilizing that mid-January.
All right, Mayor Rick Stopfer, thanks for making time for us.
Thank you.
On to other news now. We all know that the job of a firefighter takes a lot of bravery, and it also takes strength and fitness. All of those skills were on display as Irving hosted the Firefighter Combat Challenge World Championship at DART's North Irving Transit Center. It attracted a lot of firefighters who train all year for this event.
So we're about to get started.
It's the toughest 2 minutes in sports.
And it truly is. For 2 minutes, it's as hard as you can get.
This is the Firefighter Combat Challenge World Championship.
Basically, an obstacle course for firefighters.
There's a lot of really fit people who come out and try it and can't complete it.
For the first time, Irving is the host city.
You're going to have to burn your way up this course. You see what I did there?
Firefighters compete against the clock in 5 challenges. First is going up that 5-story stair tower in full gear, carrying a 42-pound hose pack. Then,
that donut roll they're hoisting up there is 45 pounds. You can think about over a rail. It's a lot harder than it looks. That dummy is 185 pounds.
These are 5 essential functions that firefighters do around the world. And in essence, that's what this has turned into. Firefighters tend to be a very competitive bunch of guys.
Competition is great. You prepare and prepare. You get here, you're still scared.
Jared Johnson, get to the target.
Austin's Jared Johnson is among the best at this. He says it is about a lot more than strength.
When you get on that course, man, a lot of jitters come. You get anxious. There's nerves, there's a little fear, but that's what drives us.
You better move it now. Come on, you guys, get behind them.
It's a big mental push. When you're redlining your heart rate at 180 for solid 2 minutes and be able to know that I need to keep pushing, you can't just stop.
All right, so we've got Captain Wright.
What goes through your mind when you're out there running that course?
What did I get myself into, and can I make it to the finish?
That is exactly how you push hard.
This event usually draws competitors from across the world.
New Zealand,
Scandinavia,
Canada,
Germany,
France,
UK,
and all over the world.
COVID-era travel restrictions kept a lot of teams away, but not all.
I don't know how these Kuwaitis got here.
The Kuwaiti fire.
Along with spanning the globe, these firefighters span age groups.
It's looking like a couple of teenagers out here.
This Sacramento firefighter is 63 and improving.
Beating his time from 2019.
He is not alone.
I just turned 60 this year.
56 and a half. Being like one of the oldest one at my station, it helps me because I'm always running around with young guys, so I kind of like that.
Shannon Gardner looking strong.
Several female firefighters, including this one from Irving, compete.
Nothing on the course has changed or adapted for the ladies.
We also met a returning champ.
Now I'm the reigning over 40 women's world champion from last year.
Cherie Ardwin was not sure she would be here this year.
Cherie Ardwin, look at that form.
The impact of COVID-19 felt in all of the cities represented here affected her especially hard.
I started coughing up blood.
I was hospitalized 3 times, got a pulmonary embolism from it, a heart strain, and a lung infection.
Then Hurricane Laura hit her home city of Lake Charles, Louisiana. But when she was in need, the firefighters she competes with came to help her.
When they say it's a brotherhood or a sisterhood, it truly is.
So athletes, you know the drill.
Firefighters are used to dealing with crisis situations, and they say being in shape and confronting these challenges on the course help with that response.
If you can mentally push through that, there isn't anything on the fire ground that would challenge you. You don't think twice about it.
We're showing up for our communities, our families, our fire departments in our cities, and we want to prove to them that we have everything it takes to perform the rigors of the job.
Making sure we're in the top physical performance we can be, so when that bell goes off, we're ready to go. We're there.
Josh Landry from Irving Fire finishes the course in 1:59, standing up.
3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, after no sleep, they can still perform like this and execute, save lives and property at a very high level when you need it the most. So the better I could be at this, the better my community is, because my whole team, we're striving to be the best that we can. We're for you.
Captain Jeff Wright looking really strong.
Irving is hoping to attract more of these Firefighter Challenge events in the years ahead.
We want to showcase Irving all we can. We're proud of our city.
Get up and finish, that's what it's all about.
While this year's rounds of competition are over, the firefighters know their work is not.
This is a job that doesn't have a finish line.
And these firefighters prove in a tough few minutes on the course that they are ready.
And we show up to prove it to ourselves every single time.
Yeah, and you see organizers also took steps to keep the competition as safe as possible. Crews sanitized the course between each run. Staying on that coronavirus topic, Parkland Health and Human Services is teaming up with Dallas County and the City of Dallas to open a new COVID-19 testing center in Irving. It is open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Parkland's Irving Health Center on North Britton Road. Parkland says patients can expect results in 48 to 72 hours. The testing is free for Dallas County residents.
Ain't that America, something to sing? Ain't that America, home of the free? Little pink houses for you.
A musical performance from Kenny Chavez was among the highlights at Irving's Veterans Day program presented by the Veterans Memorial Park Committee. This annual event at the Jack D. Huffman Community Building is to honor and thank people who have served our country in the military. Among the special speakers this year was Irving Police Chief Jeff Spivey.
Many of them found their way into military service because of a longing to serve a higher purpose and a need to support their families. They too have been shaped by their service to their country because of what they've seen, what they've been asked to do, and the sacrifice they have made, putting the needs of others before their very own.
When you see a veteran, when you know someone's a veteran, doesn't matter if it's January the 12th or whenever, tell them thank you.
After that indoor program, the ceremony moved next door to Veterans Memorial Park for a wreath-laying ceremony at the Wall of Commemoration. While the park gets special notice at this time of year, it is open year-round for people to visit. And we have been keeping you updated on a lot of park activity in recent months. The installation of new playground equipment is now underway at West Park. The new attractions replace what had been there for more than 20 years. Highlights will include additional shade and a more inclusive design with play areas for different age groups. The installation is expected to be complete before the end of the year. Nimitz High School was part of a big observance of Texas State Arbor Day. Every year, the city honors the Irving ISD campus that recycles the most, and this year, that observance became part of a much bigger statewide event. Take a look.
Happy Texas State Arbor Day.
That message from Irving is spreading across the state.
Planting trees is a good thing.
This group from Nimitz High School has a role in the Texas A&M Forest Service Arbor Day celebration.
So they're going to live stream.
We're one of 5 cities, so we're really honored to be able to work with Texas Forest Service this year on promoting this event.
Good morning.
A virtual Arbor Day celebration originated in the central Texas town of Harker Heights. The event featured live coverage from several Texas cities, including Irving.
Irving is unique in the way they do their Arbor Day celebrations.
The program also included a lot of educational content on the benefits trees provide.
The presence of street trees and nearby treed green space is correlated with lower risk of cardiovascular disease and respiratory illness.
This year's theme was Healthy Trees, Healthy Lives.
In urban areas, a lot of times trees kind of get put on the back burner. And Arbor Day and having organizations geared towards preserving trees helps bring trees to the forefront of the conversation.
And the center of this hole right here.
And this is why the local event is here at Nimitz. The city of Irving selects a school each year for an Arbor Day tree planting.
Nimitz High School was nominated for all their hard work and efforts towards recycling and the green movement that's going on right now.
Oh, this is great. You know, recycling's not new to Nimitz. We've been doing it for over 20 years, and it's just one of those things you do.
The annual partnership with Irving ISD is part of the city's involvement in the Tree City USA program.
We are celebrating our 12 years as being Tree City USA certified.
We actually train the students as well what we're doing and what you need to do so they can take that information and move forward with teaching other friends and family members.
If we don't do that, the roots are going to still going, and it's not going to have some good anchor roots.
We need to break up the roots around it so they don't grow down, they grow out.
I didn't know it was such an intensive process. I'm out of breath because it's so involved.
It's wonderful. It's really good when you can connect with kids at a relatively younger age, get them interested in the green industry.
And some of the students are pursuing related careers through the Signature Studies program at Nimitz.
There's a whole lot of agriculture pathways like veterinary, forestry, what I'm in, the greenhouse path, and floral. There's a lot of options.
We have reached out to them, and we're hoping that we can do some work with them and get them some on-hands experience.
And today, their lessons in front of the school are getting spread to a broad audience.
Hey, that's great. And maybe it'll get some other schools and other districts realizing they need to be recycling too.
The impact of making green decisions to improve the future of the planet.
It was fun. It was a really great experience.
Yeah, and at another ceremony, the city presented a proclamation to the school for its accomplishment. We have more news from the school district now. Verizon distributed more tablets to students as part of the company's Innovative Learning Initiative. This time around, students at 5 Irving campuses got the tablets. They are MacArthur High School, which you see here, Nimitz High School, Irving High School, Cardwell Career Prep, and Singley Academy. They are among the first high schools in the nation to join Verizon's Innovative Learning program. In recent years, Verizon provided tablets to 8 local middle schools. The company values its donation at an average of $1.8 million per campus. Most city buildings, including libraries, rec centers, and more, now have new technology designed to improve indoor air quality. More than $1.1 million in federal CARES Act funding went towards systems that feature bipolar ionization. That is a process that is supposed to kill the coronavirus over time and help eliminate odors. The Irving Archives is now accepting reservations for private, individual, or group visits. Through a lot of exhibits, the museum tells the story of the city from settlement through present day. In addition to the permanent collection, right now there are also exhibits called India a la Art and Apron Strings Ties to the Past. The museum opened earlier this year, but the pandemic prompted the staff to suspend operations for a while. Now the museum is open to self-selected visitor groups. That means people such as your family, close friends, or other small groups with whom you would feel comfortable in a space. Masks are required at all times for visitors over the age of 10. To make a reservation and see prices, visit cityofirving.org/im-reservation. You can see one of the permanent exhibits features the impact of DFW Airport. And for visitors to the airport who are also history buffs or maybe just soft drink fans, a new attraction just opened. It's called the Coca-Cola Around the World Experience, and DFW Airport is the only place in the world where you can find it. It features vintage Coca-Cola artifacts, digital archives, an interactive photo booth, and lounge space.
We thrive on doing unique experiences for our customers. You can look around and you can see all the artwork and things that we have here at DFW Airport. This is one more of those unique experiences that we're known for.
The Coca-Cola Around the World Experience is located inside Terminal D. Organizers of an event at Irving Mall believe music has the power to bring people together and help overcome some of the world's challenges. So they got an American Idol finalist to compose a song, and here is the premiere event at Irving Mall.
There's a place that we could go. It's more than just a dream. No more pain or suffering. There's a place.
Our world is hurting.
I just see all the division and the fighting and the hatred.
Now is the time. A We Are the World moment, I call it.
You can't really see it. You can't judge us because we came from broken homes and rolling stones. We all needed love for those who don't.
I wanted to create something that would bring people together. I was able to yanked a bunch of different friends from all over the country and we recorded this song.
There's a place we can go, full of people we don't know, but we love them anyways, though they look nothing like us. There's a place that we could go, where it's more than just a dream, no more pain or suffering. There's a place
Called People We Don't Know. It's really just about, I saw so many different people, so many different beliefs, political, racial, they're just so different, and I realized that they were all so much more alike than they are different. And so that's what I'm just trying to do with this song and this whole project, is remind people like, hey, we all bleed red. In the song, there's like, I want to know what you think every time you look at me over and over.
I feel like people can really gravitate to those lyrics.
I wanna know what you think. Every time you look at me, I wanna know.
People quick to judge by the way they're dressed or before they even hear a person talk.
Everybody brings something beautiful to the table, and that's what I want people to take away.
Those lyrics are meant to unite our broken world.
I think it's kinda crazy. They don't teach this stuff in school. They taught us hate, they made us cruel. Now we're breaking all their rules.
Music really does bring us all together, and we can all relate to it in some kind of way. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. The only thing that matters is we all come together.
As a father myself, and Ron as a father, it's an incredible thing to have children involved.
Kids are really the future, and so if we can start to encourage them and get them involved in things that unify us early on, I want to teach them love and unity and peace.
Tonight is the beginning of a movement that I want to go viral. I didn't want tonight to be about one event. I believe that nothing is going to stop us.
Time now for our Pets of the Week. So let's get a visit to the Animal Care Campus. Michael Whiteside is with us from the DFW Humane Society. Thanks so much for making the time, Michael.
Thanks, Thomas. I'm happy to be here.
I can't believe, after visiting with Charlie and Anne-Marie on a recent show and seeing how cute they are together, that people didn't rush over to adopt them, but you still have them.
We do. They are still here. They're a bonded pair, which a lot of times when we put two dogs together that we know are a bonded pair, people get concerned about the possibility of taking two dogs at the same time. But these two they're going to be the perfect pet for your home. One, because you have a built-in playmate for each of them, which keeps them occupied. They're a year and a half, so they're already past that puppy stage, although they still have some of those puppy personality traits. They're playful and they enjoy running and having a good time, but they can also just kind of chill out and just hang out with you. Sometimes Charlie can be like the annoying little brother to Anne-Marie, but she'll let him know real quick that she doesn't want to mess around. But they are super sweet, very friendly. They love people. They love to play with toys. They love to play together, and they're just going to be an easy transition into a home for two dogs at the same time.
And another one I know you're eager to find a home for is named Paco.
Yes, our fantastic Paco. We love Paco so much. I mean, everybody, volunteers, staff, everybody loves Paco, but we want Paco to go to a home. Paco is a sweet, sweet dog. He does have a tendency when he meets new people to look very nervous and look very scared. And that's mostly because he's had a couple of shifts in life. He was adopted initially when he was about 5 months old, returned about a year later, went home, returned about 9 months later. So he just really hasn't had the best luck, and it wasn't because of anything he did. It was because the people, moved, or they had a change in lifestyle and couldn't care for him anymore. He takes a little bit of time to warm up to you, but once he does, he becomes your best friend. One of our volunteers has taken him out on some outings to local parks the past couple months, and he is just an amazing dog once he knows that he can trust you and that you're going to be his friend. He's about 2.5 years old, a lab mix, and again, one of the sweetest dogs that we love so much here. He just needs someone that'll take a little bit of time to let him transition and get to know them and teach him a little bit. and let them learn to trust humans again.
And we're hoping Paco goes home quickly. It's always first come, first serve, but for people who want to wait until the 21st of November, there's a special, right?
Correct. We're looking at, for the 21st, we want you to find a thankful new friend. On that day, all of our pets here at the Irving Animal Care Campus that are 1 year or older will be free to adopt that day. So that includes all animals with both DFW Humane Society and Irving Animal Services. And we have a lot of great dogs and cats that fit that bill, including Paco and Charlie and Anne Marie. So it's a great opportunity to start off the holiday season with a thankful new friend at home.
And while you talk about the holiday season and people are in the giving spirit, there's a campaign throughout the month of December, correct?
Correct. We have our annual Comfort and Joy program coming up. It's a donation drive throughout the month of December. And what we're hoping people can do is provide blankets and toys for the pets here at the Irving Animal Care Campus. The blankets we use a lot to line our kennels so that it makes it a little more comfortable and cozy for those pets. And of course, toys to give them some interaction while they're in their kennels. And we want dog and cat toys. Cats really do love their toys that we get for them. So I want to remind everybody about that. But blankets and toys throughout the month of December for Comfort and Joy donation drive.
With restricted access, how does that work? How will people donate those items?
What we're going to do, in years past, we've always had like the Christmas tree tags, which we're not going to have this year, but you can drop them off anytime. You can either leave them at the front door. If you're bringing a lot and you want to come during operating hours, you can still just come to the shelter, call us when you're here, and we'll be happy to come out with one of our carts that we can help load the donations on and bring them inside. And we can always provide an acknowledgement receipt if you need that. But yeah, anytime they can be dropped off or even just left at the front door or come in and leave them with us.
I like your optimistic thinking, bringing donations by the cartful. A good way to think. Thanks a lot, Michael.
That's what we love.
All right, the best way to adopt right now or make a donation is to call the Animal Care Campus and make arrangements to meet or donate. DFW Humane Society's number is 972-721-7788. For Irving Animal Services, call 972-721-2256. Also, check out the websites you see on your screen. The Irving Convention Center is taking measures to help keep people safe from the virus. See how next time on City Source. And this will be the home of a lot of the city's big events in the years ahead. We will take you to the Levy Event Plaza and hear what leaders are saying about it next time on our program. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. And find us on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/thecityofirving. Subscribe and you can get notifications when we upload new videos. And that's it for this edition of City Source. Thanks for watching, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.